So just like every video I've ever made in the field down here, it's too windy to talk outside today, but we're gonna install 3-phase power to a meter can disconnect down here for a future garage or workshop. Not in the plans yet, but we were working on getting power into my grandfather's garage, and they wanted tens of thousands of dollars to go across the road with the power. So I'm like, well, we should look at how much it's gonna be down here. And for down here, the power company was willing to put in the transformers, and they had to run no wire, and it was $0. So it was worth it to just try and put the wire in, put the meter can disconnect in for the few $1,000s that's gonna cost. That way, if we do end up building a building, which is in the future plans, we're ready as far as power goes. And actually down here, there's also already water underneath the road, so both of those are very handy. Water and power are the big ones. Septic would be the last, but you know, it's not going to perk down here, but you can always put a septic system. You just have to buy some sand. So we're going to run down here. There's an old driveway. Probably can't really see it. It wasn't even a driveway. The guy had put some gravel in here so he could get through the swamp, but it's a little bit higher, and we're going to put the meter right there. Because if I ever do put the garage down here, I'm gonna have to fill it, put some trucks and trucks of dirt because it's swampy. So that way it's just up a little bit. It'll be good, be a good spot to work. And I mean, it's not like it's not like it's standing water, except for 1 month in the spring. So not even, it's wet in the spring. It's not standing water. It's not like a pond. But also we're going 200 feet from the pole, and by that, so like that's kind of would be like the back corner of the building from the road. So we'd actually be like, we're going farther than we needed to for building here, but we're only 200 feet, another 200 feet to the top of the knoll back there. So you could put a building back there too. And yeah, so we have 2 building locations if we want them. But that's pretty much it for now. Let's get to digging and put this wire and stuff in the ground. We fill it in about halfway, put in our caution tape, and we're gonna fill in the rest here. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because it's supposed to pour out tonight, so I want to make sure I get it filled in. Then if I don't get it all dug, I only got maybe 50 feet left, but it's getting kind of late in the afternoon. So, but let's get the rest of this filled in. It's gonna be open at the top and the bottom, but I'll take care of the rest. Okay, so left the spool in the hole. Got to get the riser post there. I'll finish that hopefully tomorrow maybe. But got this filled in, so it's not going to be a muddy hole. So stuff will dry out. Might do a little bit more, but I'm pretty tired. It's almost 5 o'clock now. But and then down there, I'm going to roll the wire in the hole, and then I can finish digging that another time as well. But it's good. Looks really awesome. All right, I graded that out some more. That is perfectly fine for down here in this field. That is more than done. So I'm gonna roll this wire up, stick it in there, and then pull the red tape up a little bit there, and I'll pull that in when I dig that out. And it looks like I got another 50 feet or so to go. And then up there, I toss the wire in the hole just a little bit. Tomorrow I'll go get the thing and we can get that up there, so that way the wire's up the pole a little bit, so maybe it won't get stolen. But it's just aluminum wire, so it's not like it's worth anything like copper wire, so you have to be a real idiot to cut it off there, but people are stupid, so get that taken care of. But looks good down here. Glad I'm getting this project going and get it done too. Well, this is definitely going to be the first hydraulic hose that breaks in the excavator. So like literally like day one, this thing, the clip had broken off here that looks like these clips. And I feel like it must have hit something. I just didn't really realize. And then it was rubbing against here, which I had noticed but never did anything about. But there was a pretty good gouge in the line right there. Just in the rubber part though. So, you know, it might be a minute before it breaks still. But this clip was missing. This one was all bent up because it kept rubbing. So I'm sure it was pulling on it. Should be better there now. And I just zip tied it on there so the thing stays on there. But trying to keep it in working order, you know. Pretty much brand new still. All right, a few days later, got a whole bunch more supplies, concrete, pipes and stuff. We're gonna put a metal rack in for these two boxes. So we got the auger down here with the excavator, and drill a couple holes, put some concrete in the bottom, put some dirt, and then put some concrete at the top so there's a little slope away from the post, so hopefully it doesn't rust in 1 minute. I think I gotta move this pile of dirt a little bit with the blade quick. I don't have the bucket obviously. And then poking a couple holes. More than 4 feet apart, but less than 5 feet apart. It doesn't need to be exactly anything. So let's see if we can make that all happen here. All right, a couple posts standing there. Level them up, fill them in some, put some dry concrete at the bottom. People hate that, but it should be fine. So let's commence to the shoveling, I guess. Perfect. Got the height good on both of them. I'm gonna just put a cap on it without cutting them off, hopefully. And then there. Now this way too. Looking sweet. Looking sweet. All right, got a couple bags in there, and it looks good. They're nice and level and everything. They're a little wet because I had that water in the hole to try to pack in the dirt a little bit better. You know, is this ideal? No, but I wasn't gonna buy a sonotube, and I wasn't gonna mix enough concrete. It's not about the price. It was about mixing enough concrete for that whole hole, so it's fine. The one on the bottom, and then this is the top. It'll work. It should stay level for long. Plus, this is nuts. So this guy used to own this property. There was kind of a driveway here. There's like 2 feet of gravel here. And then it gets down to some clayier stuff, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem here. Looks good. All right, I got them, so I'm pretty happy with them. You know, I've never done this before, and it's certainly been a long time since I've even mixed concrete with Grandpa or Dad. A few things I would have done differently, but it's fine now. And they're definitely both sloping away from the bottom of the post, so that's good. But I'm gonna go take the excavator back. That'll probably take about half an hour, and we'll see if it gets a little bit harder there to give it one more time there. It looks good though. They look awesome. It's really gonna be cool. I mean, if you're gonna bother doing something, you might as well do it right? So this should be good forever, at least the rest of my life, hopefully. All right, smooth those out one more time. They look good enough for what they are, just out here in the field. They're both sloping away from the post, which is all I wanted, so it won't rust as fast right there, hopefully. but looks good. Really is cool looking. Date in that one. Name and date in that one. Perfect. Let's go have dinner. Well, this looks good. Got the 2 boxes on there. 1 conduit coming down. We gotta get this up in there. That's gonna be a project, but let's make it happen. And then just got to do the ground rods, and that'll be it. And then eventually later we'll come back out of that box, hopefully. Busted ass. Obviously I gotta fix it tomorrow, but it's not under too much pressure. I have another bar, but I didn't get enough brackets for it. So I gotta get that and a clamp for that. And then I can clamp that on there tomorrow. Whew. I'm beat. It's fucking hot out. But I got it up there so I can get it closed, and looks good, so rock on. All right, it's been wicked hot. This is the 4th day in a row of being 90 plus. Super humid. But working every night down here and getting this done. And should be ready to go. Just finished putting in the ground rods and the wire there. Socked the ground rods real nice. They're over 6 feet apart. Caution tape ready to fill this in. And then they go up into here. So I just gotta tighten everything down. I didn't have the right socket the other day. So fill it in, tighten that up, and this project is done until it gets inspected. And I have to do more work. No, we got it, right? Here's hoping. Okay, pretty windy, so I don't know if it's gonna come through. I did it wrong. I needed fuses, so I've added fuses. And I didn't like the way it was bonded, so I'm taking a guess. Green screws all the way screwed into the back, into the thing. And then I got my ground coming from the ground with the 2 grounds. And then I'm also grounding the boxes via that thing. So the rest is the same. And then the only other problem is that the bull at the road, he wanted a ground